Greetings, it's August 2nd, approximately 8:20 p.m. That's a shot looking west at one of my favorite meadows up in the Chasm area. I want to give you some new information, some new data that we can access. It comes from Mobile BC Fire Map Plus version 0.3. And I'd like to thank the people that put that together. It looks like a pretty good system. It's got the fire perimeter, it's showing hotspots, it's coordinating data from multiple sources, and you can access all of that in layers on the left hand side of the screen. That might take some traffic off of the other server used by the Canadian Wildland Fire Information System. There's a closer shot of the screen. And on the left hand side you can see I've got the satellite layers indicated and the lightning strike layers indicated. So let's take a look at what they're showing. Here is the northeast flank around the Upper Loon Lake area. We see a lot of that activity. The icons are a little bit smaller, so it doesn't look as intense. Along the northern flank of the firehead, we can see some of those spots outside of the existing fire line. That may be some of those patterned burns that they've been doing in order to eliminate dead wood from the fire path, and that while these winds are blowing from the northwest. That area is approximately 10 kilometers from 70 Mile House. Now we're going to the southeast flank. I can see those hot spots that are on the other map heading towards Soton Lake and Stinking Lake. I don't see the hot spots that were near the gorge and Dead Man River. So the comparison between the two, I'm not sure which data is picking up the best information at this point. Okay, if we jump over to the western flank, we can see the movement that's gone west of Highway 97 and that's filled up the area near the road at Scotty Creek. The fire perimeter is right at the highway and it's moving approximately 8 to 10 kilometers up the side of the hill at Pavilion. Okay, we're going to jump over to Clinton. We see those hot spots at the top of the hill. I can't see them around Alkali Lake or 3 Mile Lake. I don't see the hot spots that have come down the hill approximately 2 kilometers south of Clinton. I will say that this version looks quite sparse compared to the Canadian Wildland Fire Information maps that we've been looking at. Okay, here's jumping over at the chasm. I'm not seeing any hotspot within the chasm. Now that's very good news. And the hotspots are primarily in the southeast end of the park, and the fire line pulls adjacent on the east side of the park boundary towards the north. A lot of hotspots outside of the fire line, but not with the same apparent intensity that we saw on the other satellite map. So this is a different version. I'm not sure how often this data is updated. It might be worthwhile to do a couple of screen overlays to see how the two compare and find out when the dates are that this information is transmitted to the web so that we can see it. Okay, what we do have is another source, a valuable source, where we can compare where the movement of the fire is, what's outside the fire perimeter, what are areas that we should be worried about, and if you're on the ground in the region, this might be useful to you. So take a look.